Hey y'all, this is Jenny. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. So I'm here with a super fun yard sale haul. This was from back in July sometime. And I've just had all this stuff sitting on the end of my desk, and I'm trying to film some of these hauls so I can put the stuff away. So I'm participating in an open collab with you can just type in hashtag thrifted treasures. It's hosted by Dale over at Not Too Shabby Chic. It's an open collab. You can just using that hashtag just makes it easier, so you can click on that, and then everyone who participates videos will pop up. And if you like watching fun just thrifted finds, so like Dollar Tree hauls or yard sale, estate sale, I like watching stuff like that for home and for crafting. So yeah, I encourage you to go participate. I will have her information linked in the description box below. So getting into this one, I was trying to remember this day, but it's been a couple or 3 months now. So this framed cross stitch piece is the first thing I noticed. And so I was really challenging myself back in the summer. My husband and I would always go on Saturday mornings yard selling, and I would take $20, and that was my challenge, to only spend that $20. So if you've been following along with me, sometimes I stuck to it, sometimes I didn't. And that's still weekly what my goal is. Some weeks lately it's been super busy, October for us, so I've went some, but not as much as I was going back in the summer. But I loved this cross stitch piece. I love needlepoint. I have a really big, I say really big, I have a really big wall in my living room that I had to figure out what to do to fill in that space. But my living room's really big. That's what I was trying to say. It's really long. It's really, how many times can I say really? It's very odd shape. So like it's super long and narrower than most living rooms. So I think like back when this house was first built, probably like in the 60s or 70s, I'm not sure, it was a tea room. So if you know what that looks like. So anyways, I decided a year or so ago to make a gallery wall on the end wall in there. And I have over on my Instagram, I actually have like a little reel showing it that I posted a couple of months ago. But I like looking for things to add to it. So like I have a lot of oil paintings. I like vintage florals and nature photo or paintings. But I love putting in like needlepoint pieces and just unique kind of things. So again, it was in July, and I thought fall for some reason. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and hang it up. And then I hung it up, and I was like, wait a minute, that's supposed to be snow, I think. So I took it down. So it'll go up here soon. But yeah, I love like all the little details. So like how they did just the one little strand for this old wagon. I don't know, I just love this. So I think this is probably about 8 inches by, no, it's probably about 10 by 18. Because it's way bigger than like an 8 by 10. It may even be like I don't think it's 11 by 14, but it is pretty big. And so on the back, it just has written June 1986. Joy and happiness in your new home. Love, Bob and Carol. So I'm assuming that Bob did this this piece for them. So I love when people tell me stories when I'm at a sale, so I know kind of a little bit of the history on the items. But this man had shared with me that he so I'll move on and tell you why he shared with me. So like I saw this duck. So my husband and I've said, if you watch me, you know I've said before, he's a duck hunter, and he loves like ceramic or porcelain ducks. So we're usually looking for those, and my son, my nephew, everybody now is wanting all the ducks when I buy them. But this one was a little too kitschy, I think, for his taste, so it lives on my craft room shelf. But on a shelf in my craft room where I just put fun thrifted things or like old type things. But so he had told me that this duck was he said from the 40s, that it was his mom's, and he said that he was getting rid of a lot of his stuff because he had moved to Alabama from up north, like back in like 2021, I think he said. And no, it was several years. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. But he said after they had moved here, his wife just suddenly got sick and had a surgery, and then she had some complications from it, and then she passed away. And so he had then fast forward a couple years, he had met someone. I think he did like line dancing or something, and he had fell in love again. So he was, had remarried. And so, yeah, like, I don't know. It was the sweetest story. He was saying how God led him here, that was no surprise to the Lord. And, yeah, so I don't know. I really loved his story. So, but by him saying that, I knew that a lot of things he had were his mom's or his and his wife's. They had been married for like 40 years. And so, I bought 4 of these amber colored wine glasses. I have 4 that are way older than this. They're were my husband's great grandmothers, and they're totally different shaped, but they're still the same color. So I thought I would just add up until I had maybe like 12. I think it'd be a pretty place setting, and at Thanksgiving, things like that. When maybe if I have a smaller Thanksgiving event or something. I mean, obviously our family, there's like 60 so, but just the kids and their spouses were over or something. I don't know, drink water and stuff out of them. I think these are so pretty. And I kick myself now. He had a whole collection of amber glass. You name it, it was in there. And he only wanted $50 for it. And I told him that was crazy, that he might need to just mark that up a little and put it on Facebook Marketplace. But he was like, no, I just want to get rid of it. I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't get it now. We're throwing my in-laws a 50th anniversary this weekend, and we're needing some more amber glass type stuff to decorate with. And I'm like, why didn't I mean, I knew then that we were doing this, but I just hadn't thought about the details of the decorations yet. But anyways, so that's all I bought at his. But his daughter, I heard someone next door was having a yard sale, and she said, Dad, and asked about a price or something. And so I was like, oh, so if he had stuff that was his mom's and his wife's, and they had a 40-year marriage, and then, parents older than that, I'm like, okay, she probably has some stuff too. And oh, was I right. So I'm just going to pull out some random things. So this was in a box of sewing notions. It was just a box. And that's what I saw first. And I was like, how much for this little box? And she was like, oh, $2. And I was like, oh my goodness. So, look at this ribbon. How cute. And so then I'll just talk while I'm showing it. Most of it's just laces, which I'm going through this again with y'all because I've dug out here and there sending Happy Mail lately. So I've used some of this, and then I sent some of this blanket binding in some, but I haven't really dug down in here. So anyways, she had a box, like a giant box of fabrics, and she even had a few pieces laid out that said free. Like, I got a piece of faux leather and it said free, and I was like, my goodness. So I had already went through her books too. I don't have the books by me to share, but I actually went through, she sold me like 20 books for like $2, but I picked those out for my grandbabies. There wasn't any really that I personally wanted to use for junk journaling. I've gotten pretty picky about what books I just don't buy all the things for that now. So But I did love them for actual, they were mostly little paperbacks, So look at all this fun stuff. This was really fun. I've actually used this on some Happy Meal lately. But I love how it just fades into one color after another. But anyways, that's pretty color lace. Ooh, look at that. That's so pretty. So the giant box of fabrics, she said, well, just make me an offer. And y'all didn't want to, obviously I didn't want to cheat her. Oh, same thing with that painting. Not the painting, the cross stitch piece. He was like, make me an offer. And I said, I don't like making offers because honestly, that right now with cottage Corbin so and stuff, he could probably sell that even to someone to resell for probably $20 because he could probably get like 70 or so from that, I think. But so I didn't want to, be cheap, but I was like, I didn't know if I should say $10, $5. So I said, well, it's worth a lot more, but $5. And he said, that's what I was thinking. And so that's how much that was. The duck wasn't but like maybe $2. So anyways, the girl, I had actually gotten a couple little things from her for like $0.25, but I think I've already showed those before. Like this little metal tray that I keep on my desk. And seems like something else random, but anyways, so I offered her $10 because I was like, well, 10, and she was like, yes, that's perfect. So anyways, I didn't even go through the fabrics. I just brought them all home. They're still actually in another room. I've got to bring them in my craft room, but I just pulled out the pieces that jumped out at me immediately and to share like a good handful of them with y'all. So this, y'all, and obviously some of them that I was going through, I was like, I probably won't use, but they're, for $10 it was worth it, the ones that I will use. But y'all, this is so beautiful. It's like a thick satin. Oh, look, even this side's super pretty. But like right when I saw this, y'all, first of all, I knew my sister was going to die, but I thought of Gingy's Journey, my friend Arlene. I'm making her a baby album. And so Arlene, if you're watching, like I already did one haul and I was like, okay, well, I got this thinking, but then I thought, I don't know, I feel like this may be too bright, but I don't know, like I feel like maybe inside an album just for a little flip up or something. These butterflies, they're so pretty. This would be beautiful in a bohemian style journal. So there was that piece of that. I was so excited. I don't really have a whole lot of Christmas stuff. Because like I made a ton of Christmas journals last year and I used up I feel like most of my stuff. And I probably have some small pieces of Christmas fabric left, but I don't have a ton. Like you could probably fill up like one 12 by 12 bin, if that makes sense. Like, so I hate saying stuff like that because I'm so blessed and I have more than some people, but I don't have as much as some people with some things. So I was so excited that there was some Christmas stuff in here. So there was, so some of the things that you can tell she had tried, she sews probably about like I would. Like she's trying to make little stuff. That's actually really cute. Oh my goodness. That could be a little apron if stitched like a thing to it. Anyway, so there's those cute bears. Obviously this isn't just Christmas, but I thought Christmas. I'm curious if y'all store red fabrics and trims in with Christmas, or do you put them with red fabrics and trims? Because my sister and I have this discussion all the time, and my brain thinks Christmas, even though I use them throughout the year, but I know to go to my Christmas things if I need like this fabric. But I'm trying to get out of that mentality. I'm trying to put red with red, but it's been hard for me. So this has like little silver glittery trees. I thought this was so cute. There were these little quilt pieces. I thought these would be so pretty on the cover of journal, a Christmas collection maybe. but I already have in mind what I'm doing. If I even make, I'm gonna have journals already for sale for this Christmas from last year, because I just kind of went off the radar last year. But I'm gonna make a couple here soon, but I already know what I'm doing for those. So this table runner was in there. So I just cut up things like this, like literally, and use all the little bits for layering. This fun yellow with little orange polka dots. This was probably, next to the butterflies, one of my favorites. And I've already wrapped my fall journals. I've already wrapped a couple that I sold in this, and then I sent a little in some Happy Mail. But y'all, I love this. It says, I almost couldn't cut it because I was like, what if that's an old scarf? But I don't think, I mean, it's just silk fabric, I think. But it says Screen Prints, Cherry Blossom, AP Silk Co. So I knew it was like a raw type of silk, but it's just so pretty. This would be so pretty in like a bohemian style journal too, I think. Or I feel like this would, this particular pattern with these colors would be pretty with a lot of different things. I only have one fall journal left available, and it is 35% off. So if you're interested in, speaking of this and bohemian textiles, I do have this one left, and I will wrap it in a good sized piece of this if you catch that and want that. I'll have my Instagram link below, as well as my email. If you send me an email, though, let me know that you did, so I'll make sure that I go reply. I'm horrible about checking those. So here's some more. Y'all like how I just tried to sell a journal in the middle of my, my thrift haul? So I love this little candy cane fabric. I've been pulling from this too, sending out, but I thought that was so pretty. So this was fun. My sister told me what this stuff's called, but I feel like she said it was like brushed cotton, maybe. But it's like almost like a rubbery texture. But it's definitely a cloth, but it's like got a shiny finish. Super like durable. I thought that was pretty too. And then this big piece of like upholstery type fabric. Thought this would be so pretty. This would be pretty like in a more muted, neutral bohemian style journal, or a baby boy, like a real neutral, not so bold, a real subtle neutral with laces and creams and whites baby boy journal, or beach. I don't know, I thought ocean, it kind of looks like ocean waves, even though it's paisley, but so I could see using that for several different things. So all this leather, little leather pieces, or these may actually be leather pieces. This I think is like I assume it's like a faux leather, but it's like this mustard color. So she had it for free, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to just take it. But I was super excited. Yeah, I guess this is a real leather sample. Probably for furniture. So I'm not sure what I would do with these. Maybe, you can make cute little mini journals. Maybe I don't know. That might be a fun little project. Maybe some little mail type traveler's notebook journals. Or I love the leather little traveler's notebook journals. Or maybe just cut it and make pockets out of it. Yeah, I'm excited to see what I decide to do with those. So I think I already shared a little piece of that red already. And we're almost at the end, y'all. Almost. So this, I've also been pulling from already, but she had made a little dress out of this, but I went ahead and cut it up. I thought this was a pretty fall fabric. This, not sure. I like this, but I don't love it. Like I'm kind of up in there about what right now that I would create with this. I almost see birds when I look at it. And then this little packet of, I think I already wrapped a journal in this too, but it was a set of 6 napkins. It says $3. She must have thrifted too, because I didn't pay that. It was in her thing. But y'all, look at this. So they have like a peacock on them. So those would be so fun in like bohemian style or garden journals. Let me know what you would use this for, because I'm curious. And then this little set of napkins, thought these were beautiful. Like a mustard, or no, not really, well, maybe the edging. Just a yellow with a brown and a cream. And yeah, y'all, I'm at the end. So thank y'all so much for watching. And I will link Dale's channel below. And yeah, so I just hope y'all have a great week. And come back next time to see what I find. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.